The 2024 reboot of Blade reintroduces Marvel's legendary vampire hunter with a blend of horror, suspense, and relentless action. Directed by directors known for their work in atmospheric thrillers, this Blade adaptation dives deeper into the psychological and emotional landscape of the Daywalker than any previous version. Mahershala Ali, who steps into the iconic role, delivers a powerful performance that is both intense and deeply nuanced. He brings a controlled, smoldering rage to Blade, balanced with moments of vulnerability that underscore the character's isolation and inner conflict. Visually, Blade 2024 leans heavily into horror, creating an atmosphere that feels dark, eerie, and filled with dread. The cityscape is shrouded in shadow, with narrow alleys and dimly lit corridors that could hide either a vampire or a dark secret. This sense of foreboding is heightened by the intricate, stylized fight sequences. Each battle is fierce, fast-paced, and creatively choreographed, showcasing Blade's exceptional combat skills with blades, stakes, and martial arts. The film's soundtrack, a mix of ominous orchestral compositions and pulsing electronic beats, amplifies the tension and heightens the atmosphere, pulling audiences into Blade's world of endless night and ceaseless danger. Unlike previous Blade films, this story not only focuses on vampire hunting, but also delves into Blade's personal journey and his struggle with his dual nature. Blade, born with both human and vampire traits, walks a precarious line between the two worlds. His drive to hunt vampires stems from a traumatic childhood memory of his mother's death at the hands of a vampire, leaving him haunted by a mixture of vengeance, duty, and an ongoing quest for identity. This reboot adds depth by showing Blade's moral conflicts. He despises vampires, but is partly one himself, making his relentless mission a way of both revenge and self-redemption. The story begins with Eric Brooks, known by most as Blade, tracking a series of high-profile vampire killings in a gritty urban landscape. Blade is hunting a shadowy group of vampires who, he suspects, are working under the orders of a powerful vampire lord with a grander, darker plan. The film portrays Blade as a lone vigilante with few allies, operating out of a hidden, rundown warehouse filled with weapons, vampire-repelling gadgets, and a few old photographs of his family, a subtle reminder of his human past. Early on, Blade learns that his old mentor, Abraham Whistler, has gone missing under mysterious circumstances. Determined to find Whistler, Blade crosses paths with secondary character, a vampire with connections to the hidden world of ancient bloodlines and dark magic. This character, who may have motives of their own, tells Blade about an ancient vampire prophecy that speaks of a blood moon, a ritual that would empower vampires to overthrow humanity completely. This prophecy centers around an ancient vampire lord, possibly Dracula or another mythical figure, who seeks to unlock forbidden powers that would make vampires nearly invincible. As Blade digs deeper, he discovers that the vampires are preparing for an elaborate ritual that requires a rare blood source, his own. The Daywalker's unique hybrid blood is the final key to activating the prophecy. This revelation sends Blade on a journey to confront his own past and unearth the mysteries of his lineage. The film reveals flashbacks of Blade as a child, terrified by his emerging vampire traits and haunted by the violence surrounding him. These flashbacks also introduce Whistler's role as Blade's protector and father figure, underscoring their bond and why Blade is so committed to finding him. Blade's mission to stop the vampire lord and save Whistler takes him to underground vampire hideouts, ancient ruins, and through confrontations with some of the deadliest vampire assassins. Along the way, he encounters Ali character, a vampire hunter with a personal vendetta, who reluctantly teams up with Blade. Their partnership is rocky at first, as Ali character has a deep mistrust of Blade due to his vampire side, but they eventually find common ground in their shared hatred of the vampire underworld. The climax takes place in a hidden vampire temple, where the final stage of the Blood Moon ritual is set to occur. Blade faces off with the vampire lord, a battle that not only tests his physical strength but also his resolve. The vampire lord taunts Blade, exposing his deepest fears and resentments, trying to turn Blade against himself by reminding him of his mixed heritage. But Blade's inner strength, coupled with his sense of justice, overpowers the vampire's manipulation. Using his unique skills, Blade disrupts the ritual and ultimately defeats the vampire lord in a brutal, high-stakes fight that showcases Blade's mastery over his weapons, combat skill, and relentless spirit.